Hello my loves, and welcome back to my channel. I am so excited that you're here as I share some clips from our recent RV trip to Branson, Missouri. Now if you're not new here, you know that we tried to do RV life full time 2 years ago. Cue the flashback montage. Honestly, that trip was pretty traumatic for us because we were so looking forward to it and it just did not go the way we planned at all. I will link the video that I made about that trip below, as well as a podcast episode I recorded with Steven where we give all the details of the trip and why it didn't work for us. But after 2 years, we decided to give RV life another try. We borrowed our friend's pull-behind trailer and made the 4-hour drive from St. Louis, Missouri to Branson, Missouri. We were really excited to try out a towable RV as opposed to the motorized RV Class C that we had last time. We really didn't think through how we were going to get to places besides like hauling this large RV into all the parking lots. We had e-bikes, but really having your own vehicle that you can attach and unattach to your trailer is a game changer. I love traveling in Steven's truck as opposed to the RV, but of course there's pros and cons to all the different types of RV styles. But I was just super excited to get back into RV life. I still love watching people travel in RVs, and I had this feeling that maybe if we tried it again, it would just reignite that passion and we would be able to do this, maybe not full time, but on a more regular basis. Honestly, I was just really proud of us for getting back into the game after the trauma of our last RV experience. Now, I personally have so much nostalgia when it comes to Branson, Missouri. I used to vacation here all the time when I was a little girl with my family and my cousins, so it was so fun to come back. I hadn't been here since maybe like the 90s, early 2000s, so it was really a trip down memory lane for me and so fun to re-experience the whole place through Arlo's eyes. And it's just a beautiful part of the state of Missouri. I personally think Missouri as a whole is a beautiful state. I grew up in Illinois where it was very flat, so I love seeing the rolling hills and how green it was. Here's our campsite. You can get a better view of the towable RV and our setup here, and also a quick tour inside our friend's RV. We spent the first night exploring our campsite, which I will show up on the screen, the name of the campsite that we stayed at. And I'm not gonna lie, we did have some PTSD moments where it was just a little stressful trying to get used to the RV again and making sure Arlo's needs were met. And we struggled making a fire, and it was just like all these things weren't going as planned again. But of course, that's just travel, and traveling with a toddler especially, you have to learn to just flow with the river and really drop all expectations. But I just felt some of that PTSD coming up again because I really wanted to enjoy it so much, and I was just coming up against some resistance to enjoying it. But honestly, after having some really good chats with Steven after we finally got Arlo to bed, he was so excited he did not want to go to bed. This was actually a real healing experience for us. It may sound silly, but RV life was such a dream, and when that didn't work out, it truly just like crushed my heart and my soul. So doing it again, experiencing it again, experiencing some of the challenges again, actually was a very healing experience. Day 2, we headed to Silver Dollar City. Our campsite was right next to the park, so that was really nice. We didn't have to travel very far to get to the park, and it was very busy this day, but the weather was honestly gorgeous. And again, I was having so much nostalgia because I came here so many times with my family and my cousins, and this park has changed a lot. They have so many more rides. I think they had one ride when I came here as a kid and so much more to offer, but just being in the ambiance and the environment really took me back to little Lindsay, and it's just so fun to reconnect with your inner child and especially experience it through your own children's eyes.
About to go real fast. Goes real fast. Oh yeah. Oh, shoot him, Marlo.
Of either broth or chicken.
What?
Yankees!
Did y'all say Yankees?
Yeah, nine of the biggest, ugliest Yankees you never done saw right around that bend there. Got this big head from one water six in there, swinging and swatting and everything.
Even though we were all exhausted after our day at Silver Dollar City, that night we ended up heading into the town of Branson. We drove down the main street where they have all the attractions. There's so much to do in this town. It is a very family-centered town, and they have so many of the attractions that I remember going to as a child, which was really fun to see again. Then we ended up eating on the landing, I think it's called, or maybe the riverfront. I'll put up the name of the area of Branson on the screen. This is super cute. It looks like it's pretty new. This definitely was not here last time I was in Branson. Arlo was passed out, so we walked around while we were waiting for our reservations at the restaurant, and it was such a beautiful night, and I really enjoyed this part of the city, and I'm looking forward to coming back. I kept texting my family and saying, we need to come back here. We need to plan a family reunion here. I definitely plan on coming back. Yes, it is touristy and maybe a little cheesy, but there's so much to do, and it is a beautiful part of the country, in my opinion. On the last morning, we took Arlo out on the kayaks since we were staying right on Table Rock Lake, which is a gorgeous lake near Branson, Missouri. I'm not sure if he was the biggest fan of this, which I was surprised because he loves water so much, a true water sign at heart. But it was nice to kind of dip his feet, I guess you could say, in the kayaking experience, hopefully getting him more used to it, because this is something we loved to do in Phoenix and want to continue to do on our travels, because it's just such a cool way to see different bodies of water that you're staying next to. When I was a child, we took a houseboat on Table Rock Lake, and that was such a core memory for me. So I definitely want to come back to Table Rock Lake and stay here and do more activities on the lake. We ended our trip with a stop at the iconic Lamberts Cafe. If you haven't heard of it, it's a restaurant where they throw rolls to you at your seat. There's so much food when you come here, so make sure you come very, very hungry. Thank you so much for tuning in to another travel vlog here on my channel. I love capturing these moments and sharing them with you all. If you are new here, please subscribe. I have so many different types of videos on my channel, all revolving around living an aligning, fulfilling, and present life. Sending you all so much love, all the highest vibes, and I will see you in the next video.